Hello, everybody. My name is Andrea. I am the owner of ClearSpeak Accent Professionals, and today I am starting a video series targeted for Korean speakers of English. We're going to be reviewing pronunciation principles for American English, targeted specifically for native Korean speakers. Today is the introduction video, so let's go ahead and get started. I am going to share my screen. Okay. And make some adjustments here. Okay, so I made a whole slideshow presentation. We're going to break this up into groups of information. And today, again, is just kind of like our introductory one. Okay. Again, I work for ClearSpeak. This is my business. I work individually with clients who need to speak American English more clearly. I focus on clarity and confidence in speaking. I also work with small groups. So if you're interested in getting a group of your friends together to work directly with a trainer, I highly recommend it. I'm trained as a speech language pathologist, but I also have additional training in working specifically with non-native English speakers on clarity of pronunciation for American English. All right, let's see what our overview is going to look like. So today I'm going to be talking about the English sound system and how it differs from the Korean sound system, and kind of give you a little bit of an overview of all the things we're going to be talking about. Some of the areas that you need to focus on as a Korean speaker of English include rhythm. I like to start out with rhythm because if your rhythm is not correct, rhythm just carries so much clarity for English that it's just super important. If I can, that's not worth it. Okay, so we're going to be talking about word stress, sentence stress and intonation, and linking, which I'm very excited to talk about. I don't think I've done a video to date about linking specifically. We're going to be talking about the set of sounds B and F and B and V and P and F, ch, j, sh, and zh, r, th, and a variety of vowels. We're going to start today talking about the sound system, however, so let's take a look at that right now. Okay, this chart represents how the English consonant sound system differs from the Korean consonant sound system. We'll talk about vowels in a second. So with this chart, this is how you read a chart like this. You're going to, if you do a lot of searching for sound systems, you're going to see charts similar to this. Across the top is the place of articulation. So this is where the sounds are made. I did make a mistake on this that I'll talk about here. Bilabial is the lips, labiodental is the bottom lip with the top teeth, dental would be on the teeth, alveolar is your alveolar ridge is the ridge right behind your top teeth, that bumpy section. So an alveolar sound is made between the backs of your teeth and that ridge. Postalveolar would be behind that. Retroflex we'll talk about. Velar. I've talked about this before. So your uvula is that piece that hangs down right at the back of the mouth. That's your uvula, and a velar sound is made between the end of the bony part of the roof of your mouth and that uvula. And then a glottal sound is made in the throat or at the voice box. Over on this side, you have what type of sound it is. A plosive is also called a stop. It's a big puff of air. It's abrupt. A nasal sound is made in the nose. A fricative is a continuous blowing of air. An affricate is a little bit of a stop sound and a little bit of a blow sound. And liquids and glides are a little bit vowel-ish. All right, the black sounds in here are where we have sounds that match. Native Korean has these sounds in it, though they might be slightly different than the English sounds. They're, similar. The red ones are not in the Korean phonetic inventory according to the resources that I had available to me. So these are ones that are potentially going to be much more difficult for Korean speakers to produce when they're speaking English. Those are the ones we'll focus on today. Let's just kind of go through and say these sounds. Please feel free to say them after me as a way to practice. So let's go. I'm going to go down the columns this way. So a bilabial sound, I'm going to be using my lips. Plosive, p, b, p, b, nice and abrupt. Nasal, liquid, w, Schwa. Labiodental is going to be the bottom lip on the top teeth. You can hear that's a fricative. It's got airflow. Dental. Again, this is where I made my mistakes. T's, D's, and N's, I don't know why they're there. They should be in the alveolar column. So let's look at TH. It's a fricative. Airflow. Tongue is between the teeth. Dental. Alveolar. Shove the T's and D's over there. Plosive. T, D, T. I'm right here. T, D. Nasal. S and Z. Fricative. S, Z. Tongue's right on the backs of my teeth. Affricates, you'll hear it's a little bit of a stop sound and a little bit of a blowing sound. It starts behind the teeth and then it moves back. I would put this one kind of between these two categories because it starts as an alveolar and ends as a postalveolar. La, la. Okay, postalveolar. Sh, sh. My tongue is pulled back behind the alveolar ridge. Sh, sh. Yeah. Again, it's kind of pulled back, and is back here. A retroflexed R. I go into that in a lot more detail in the R video. Velar. Ka, ga, ka, ga. Ing. Nasal. Glottal stop. You're just stopping the air right here like you're picking up something heavy. And an H. The place of that H does vary depending on the word. Don't worry about it if that sound is not a problem for you. Okay, so that's our basics here. Red is where you need to focus your attention. Let's look at the vowel system. This is where it gets much more difficult, much more complicated. Okay, English vowels. I go over English vowels and how they're different from each other in more detail in a vowel video specifically for Korean speakers. So let's just kind of do an overview here. When I go through, I'm going to talk about these ones here on the side, on this left side of the chart, and I want you to watch my tongue dropping. It goes from a very high tense position to a low and relaxed position. Here we go. E, a. E, a. I'm going to do the box ones in a second. Let's look at the schwa. The schwa vowel is the key to stressing, really unstressing. It makes a bigger difference between your stressed parts of the word or words in a sentence and the unstressed parts, and it flows you through to the important things in the sentence that you need to pay attention to. So the schwa is quite important. It requires very little movement. Watch how little my mouth moves overall. It's very lazy, very quick. Okay, let's go to the right side. Ooh, all the way into the lips like a W. Ooh, this one. It does have a little bit of lip movement. I'm kind of making the energy of the sound to me is here. Okay, then we have just very open and relaxed, and watch my tongue move between these sounds. Ah. You can see the back of my tongue kind of drop it out a bit more. Okay, let's look now at the ones in the boxes. These require movement. So the red one starts at and glides into E. A. I'm going to do orange. I'm going to do all the ones that end in E sound. So orange starts with and glides to E. I. It has two vowels in it. The mistake people often make here is they're only producing one. Ma, for my, or be, for bay. Okay, let's look at this color here. O-E, starts with O-E, 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 oi. Okay, let's look at the yellow one. Starts with a and ends with oo. Ow, ow, how. You need to say two vowels there. Okay, let's look at the purple one. Starts with ends with oo. Oh, oh, oh. If this one's not correct, it will often sound like just or ah. Okay, that's our intro and overview. So I do want to kind of show you what else I have in my presentation for other videos. I just don't want to make the videos too long so that you can really dive deeply into the lessons that you need to. Okay, make sure I'm right. Okay, so I'll have a video on word stress, sentence stress, and linking. Depending on how long these go, I might group those together into one Korean rhythm video. Then we have one on B's and V's and P's and F's, where we're going to have lots of sound examples. I'll do this sound group as a group, and we have lots of examples. We're going to do the R, again with lots of examples, the TH with examples, and a lot of vowel ones. This will definitely be a standalone video that is probably a little bit longer than the other ones. And then I'm going to go over some resources that you can use. The video that I recommend next, if you want to dive a little bit deeper into what we talked about today, is, let me show you on this slide here. Oh, I didn't save, is the video where I talk about English sounds. The English phonemic inventory is a separate video that does go dives deeper into the sound system of English and the little symbols that I'm using. So that might help you take advantage of the rest of the videos. I really hope you found that helpful. Please leave me some comments and let me know if it was helpful, because it helps me guide planning out what other videos I might be making. Now, my primary focus is working directly with people. My primary focus is not making YouTube videos as my primary source of income or selling video courses or anything like that. I really enjoy working directly with people. So if you're at a point in your practice where you want some specific feedback and really want to work with a skilled trainer, please reach out. I'll put my email address or my LinkedIn a link to my LinkedIn link in the video description or something like that. Again, I also work with small groups, which makes it a little bit more affordable. So reach out, ask questions, and leave some comments to let me know if this video was helpful to you. Thank you. Hope you're having a good one.